140 miles northeast of Frankfurt. The laboratory is somewhere in this zone. Unfortunately, information we have on the place is limited. However, in this laboratory, the Germans are working on a new secret weapon, which is supposed to have a destructive force of 1 million pounds of TNT. They call it a nuclear weapon.
Sounds like we should send in a couple of hundred B-29, sir, and bomb hell out of the place.
Any other suggestions?
I think the Major's hit it on the nose, sir. It's about the only solution.
Unfortunately, the laboratory is situated in a heavily wooded area and is not visible from the air. Therefore, any airstrike, and that for me means bombers or paratroopers, is ruled out.
What do we do then? Hit it from the ground, sir?
Colonel Powell, military intelligence does have a network of agents inside Germany. Couldn't they pinpoint the target?
Possibly, yes. But for now, this is the way I see it. We are almost blind from the air and almost impotent when it comes to a ground assault. And as long as the enemy can keep us bottled up in Normandy, they will be gaining precious time. So far, the Germans have time on their side. Every day that passes brings them closer to perfecting a weapon against which we have no protection if they manage to drop it, which means we must do something first. Something a bit out of the ordinary. Gentlemen?
Out of the ordinary, you say, sir. And that is?
Major Higginson is from Special Forces.
Gentlemen, the zone in question covers about 10,000 acres of forest in which at some point the Germans have constructed the laboratory. At its northern extremity is Lager 25, where our men are being held. 2,000 Allied POWs were used during the construction of the building as forced labor. At least some of them were. Since the zone is completely uninhabited and no local manpower is available. Construction work was finished 2 months ago. Since then, the whole forest has been sealed off and only authorized personnel are allowed access to the laboratory.
Keep going, Major.
In Lager 25, there's a small contingent of Rangers who were captured at Anzio. As you know, the Ranger is equivalent to the British commando and a highly trained fighting man. Well, gentlemen, it's precisely these men who I feel are the most qualified to carry out a fast and effective attack against the laboratory.
You must be joking. These men are prisoners.
I have heard that the United States Ranger is an exceptional soldier, but a chap can't fight without equipment.
Gentlemen, please. I must admit that Major Higginson's plan's a bit unusual. But before he goes into the details, I feel I ought to say that it's the only chance we're liable to have of blowing that laboratory to bits.
Hut, hey, hut, hey, hut, hey, hut, hey, hut, hey, hut, hey, hut, halt. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Keep it up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't touch it. Ready. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
As I was saying, it's most important they're kept busy as much as possible. Inactivity is the worst kind of sickness, at least in the army.
That's right, sir. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey, are they ours, sir? I'd sure like to think so. You're gonna fly in and get us, aren't you, boys? Yes, sir. Are you gonna escape on a wing, sir? Just give me the chance.
They're flying west, sir. Yes, they're going home.
Go give them hell. Hey, you guys, look! Those are Army planes! Come and get us, fellas!
back to work immediately.
Yes, sir.
Hey, come on, baby! Enough! Stop it! I said that's enough! Lieutenant! Get him to work. It's over, you guys. All right, get yourself lined up. Move it! Get moving! Pull that, thank you. Pull that!
All right already. Get the prisoners into their huts immediately.
Los! Zurück in die Baracke hineinkommen! Los, zurück!
Schnell! Weg von hier! Beeilt euch!
So this is how you maintain discipline, Colonel.
Los!
Now let's get it clear. I will not tolerate any more demonstrations. Are they crazy? Do they want to ruin everything? We have to keep in with the Germans if we want our plan to succeed. We have got to be friends with the Germans, gain their confidence. This escape plan we have been working on for so long must not be jeopardized by stupid and uncalled for demonstrations. It will be the greatest escape of all time. That is, if you all keep your heads. And remember, with discipline, anything is possible.
They're bringing in a new prisoner at the gate.
That's awful polite of him, Captain. Us, they have to ship all the way from Italy. From the looks of it, he came down on their doorstep. They even picked up his parachute, too.
I can't figure out why he was in this area. It's way off the usual bombing routes, and no fighter's got the range to get this far and back again.
What do you mean, Lieutenant?
Just that, sir. Those planes yesterday were the first ones we've seen since we got here. Besides, apart from the fact that they were British, there was no one shooting at them.
And you should know, Mac. You got shot down 4 times.
Sure was nice talking to you guys.
Question time.
Possibly the Germans suspect something and want to put one of their men in here with us. They've already done it before, remember? Starlight 27. They knew everything. They let our boys escape, and when they got out of the tunnel, they were waiting with machine guns. 15 men tried to get away that night. It was a massacre. Let's keep our eyes wide open.
Name, rank, and serial number. Really, Major, won't I get anything more out of you?
If we intend keeping to the regulations, nothing at all.
It's your right. I trust you'll be a peaceful guest. We're severe here. That is certain. But without overdoing things.
From what I can see, it isn't the most desirable place for vacation.
I'm sorry, but I can't offer you anything better. You see, this is not a holiday camp, Major. It is a prisoner of war compound for officers, NCOs, and privates. And if there are shortages, it is the Air Force that you belong to that is totally responsible.
Why?
I must admit that your continuous raids do cause a little bother here in Germany, and the repercussions are even felt in this forgotten corner of the country.
I see. In other words, we have to be content with what we have.
In other words, that's how it is. Krieger.
Ja, Dracula?
Look after the Major. For tonight, put him in Barrack 10. Tomorrow morning, we'll assign him to a hut.
All right, sir.
Thanks for the coffee, Captain. It was quite passable under the circumstances.
We don't have any colonies to supply us with coffee at the expense of uneducated natives.
That's the way it is. But you've got colonies that won't even grow coffee, right?
We've almost made it, Colonel.
Try being a little more precise, Captain. You were an engineer in civilian life.
We're exactly 15 yards beyond the fence. And a foot at the most is all that separates us from the outside, sir.
Magnificent. Stoker, I want all clothing and documents ready tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
When will the break be, Colonel?
It'll be in a few days, if everything goes off all right. And if it does, we'll be home in time for Christmas, Porter.
That's great, Colonel. The men will be happy to know that, sir.
Hold it! Okay.
Look, Colonel, we may get home for Christmas, or we may be picked up in the first 10 minutes, but if we don't get out of here soon, every one of us will go crazy.
Guards!
Wann werden wir eigentlich Urlaub haben?
Vor Weihnachten wird's nichts geben.
Weihnachten, Gott weiß.
They won't come back. I want you to go down into the tunnel again and shore up the exit at the other end. Now let's talk about the new prisoner. The only free bed's in here, so he's certain to be assigned to our hut. I don't want him to know about the tunnel until we know more about him. Much more. I hear Lieutenant Williams has experience in intelligence. That'll be his job.
Yes, sir.
That's all then. Back to your huts.
All right, you guys. Come on. Let's limber up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's right. Keep it up. Let's go.
Hi there.
Hi.
Any room for a newcomer?
Sure, that one's free over there.
The bottom one?
Right.
Pretty hard.
Ow!
What's the matter?
I pulled a muscle. Old man Davenport's a nut on physical training. Wants to get us all into shape for the Olympics. When did the crowds catch you?
Yesterday. Yesterday morning. What are things like here?
Just imagine, sir. What with parties and dances and girls, I can't even find the time for a game of golf.
What are you looking for? Sympathy?
Tell me about England. What's the word there? Anyone try to figure out when the war will come to an end?
Sure, they're working on it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, they are all right.
Where were you based? At Purcell or Cleeford?
Neither. 3rd Squadron. At Long Towers.
Ah, 3rd Squadron. Great guys. I passed through Long Towers last year.
And you met some people there?
Yeah, sure did. Lowell. McKellen. Yeah, Dean.
Dean was shot down over the channel 2 weeks ago.
Yeah? That's bad. Tell me, they still have the same commanding officer there? Colonel...
Hallison. Chester Hallison.
Yeah, that's the guy. Chester Hallison. That son of a... When the boys went on a mission, he used to head straight for his bedroom and play the mouth organ. I guess it's sort of a nervous reaction. Does he still do it?
Sure. Same as always.
What use is there in even talking about it? We're here rotting away in this stinking hole. And God only knows for how much longer. Right, Major?
Well, all I need right now is a damn good rest.
Where you going, Major?
I was going out for a minute.
Don't you know that there's a curfew outside, or doesn't that apply to you, sir? That's only a taste of what you're gonna get.
Just to make you understand, we don't like traitors here.
What are you saying? What are you talking about, huh?
We're talking about Colonel Chester Hallison. For your information, Colonel Hallison never played any kind of mouth organ, Major.
Who are you now? Where do you come from?
Are you the senior officer?
I'll ask the questions if you don't mind. Well?
I'd like to speak to the senior officer of the camp, in private.
There's nothing you can't say in front of everybody here.
I'm only asking to explain my position here.
You don't have to explain anything, Major. We all know you're behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to cover up a mistake like the one you made this afternoon.
What we're trying to tell you is that it is impossible to guarantee your safety.
Sure, why anything might happen.
Yes, for example, his German friends could, let's say, find him hanged by tomorrow morning. It would be suicide that's taken for granted, of course. He just couldn't stand the thought of prison life. A sensitive soul. Ah, what a pity. Such a brave officer. On the other hand, let's see now, they could always find you electrocuted on the high-tension wire. He didn't know about these things. First day in the camp. An accident.
You're crazy. You realize you're convicting me without proof? You're crazy. You're all crazy. I understand that life in a prison camp isn't easy, but you guys are a bunch
I think you
of...
underestimate us. We'll give you a choice. Which do you prefer? A rope around your neck or the barbed wire?
If he was allowed the chance to explain, maybe he would clear this up.
Captain Cabot, his story is no good unless it can be proved. And that means beyond question, understand?
Now you listen to me. I'm Major Higginson of Special Forces. I parachuted in yesterday about 10 miles from here. Ask the guards, I almost fell into that jeep of theirs. I had to be sure I'd end up in this camp.
Motive?
I have a damn good motive, soldier. I'll tell you when it's time to tell you. And that's all.
Happy, Captain Cabot? The identity of the prisoner has been proved beyond question, right?
Major Higginson, you must realize that...
You underestimate Special Forces. I thought I might find myself in this kind of a situation, but I think I can provide a means of making you trust me. At 10 after 6. Tomorrow morning at 10 after 6. An American fighter will fly over this camp trailing black smoke. At 10 after 6 exactly.
How are we to know that this isn't a strategy to gain time?
Tonight or tomorrow morning, it's the same thing. He isn't about to go anywhere tonight.
Yes, I agree on that, Captain. But if Major Higginson is lying, we will have to deprive ourselves of his company. And we will choose how.
Listen, buddy, I don't know who you are, but you sure are taking a big chance. You're betting against tomorrow being bad weather-wise, aren't you? If it is, the plane could go way off course.
Then I'll be up a creek.
And how? Sleep well, Major. How much time does he have left?
30 seconds.
Major Higginson, it's a pleasure to have you with us, sir.
Thank you, Captain.
I'm sure glad we didn't kill you, sir.
Major, I'm sorry we pushed you around.
Any orders, Major? You just name it, sir.
You can count on us, sir.
Thanks, and I appreciate it. Colonel?
Major.
I'd like to have a meeting with all the camp officers tonight. 10 o'clock.
I know this work, Higginson. All the new arrivals do it. They calculate how high the wire is. They watch. They observe and carefully evaluate every possibility of escaping. But no one has ever escaped from here, Major.
I know I must expect to be here a long time, Captain. And to make it more tolerable, I'm trying to dream up diabolical escape plans. And don't tell me you don't dream of escaping. After all, what real difference is there between us?
Sergeant Kruger, reporting. Hauptmann.
Well?
Nothing. We have searched in a radius of over 5 miles. As of yet, nothing.
One of the guards saw where he landed.
I know he did, Captain. He almost landed. On Schiller's head.
Didn't Schiller or the others see the plane crash?
No, unfortunately not, sir.
But it is an airplane, not a keyring. 5 miles, you said. Make it 10. Such as far as Heidelberg. You must find some pieces of that plane. That is an order. Away with you.
What is there about Higginson that does not convince you?
I don't know yet. But I soon will.
There's a very important reason why I called this meeting. Are all the officers here?
Yes, when I give an order, I'm accustomed to being obeyed. By everyone.
Then I can assume you've organized a watch, too.
Major Higginson, I certainly hope you haven't been sent from London to check on my ability as senior officer.
Colonel Davenport, I understand my presence here in camp may well be a nuisance to you, but...
Don't overestimate yourself, Major.
I haven't been sent all this way to argue with you, Colonel. I have a very important mission to carry out here. I want you to realize that. Gentlemen, you all know from experience that we're not the ones to choose what we have to do. And
quite so. Come to the point, Major. It's getting late.
to carry out this mission, I'll need 6 or 7 of you, at least 1 demolitions expert. Were any of you Rangers?
I was at Vieuville in Normandy, but I got wounded just before I was taken prisoner. I don't think I would be of much help, foot the way it is. I'm sorry. I would have liked to come with you.
Thanks, Captain. Anyway, I'll need you in the camp.
Lieutenant Porter.
Count me in, Major. I was at Anzio, sir.
Anyone else?
There's Sergeant Franconi, sir. He was at Anzio, too. Altogether, they must have picked up about 100 of us when we moved off the beachhead, and over half got sent up here.
That's fine. I'll leave the choice up to you. That makes 3 of us. We'll only need another 3. Ask for volunteers.
Can you tell us something more about this mission?
No more than I've already told you at this time, Colonel. Gentlemen, in the last few months, have the Germans used any of our men for construction work in the woods about 3 miles from here?
Yes, Major. I think the sergeant can give you the details on it.
Lieutenant Williams.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, go and take over the watch from Sergeant Franconi.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant, you hear everything I said?
Yes, I did, Major. It was a couple of months ago. They chose 20 of the strongest men. We worked for more than 2 weeks in a big house hidden away in the woods.
What kind of work was it?
Digging, mostly, I guess. Must have been a cesspool. Bloody big pit in the grounds. They also made us lay some barbed wire, Major.
Can you remember everything you saw there?
Sure, Major. I remember the place well, sir.
Do you remember enough to draw a plan of the house?
I'll do my best.
As far as I can make out, your plan is to attack this house.
I guess since you are the senior officer here, you have a right to know, sir. That's exactly what I intend to do.
May I ask what weapons you'll be using? Or is that asking too much?
No, we've thought of everything. The weapons will arrive. Anything else, Colonel?
Yes, when is this attack due to be launched?
In 3 days, 4 at the most.
At this point, it's my duty to inform you that I've planned something else for the men, which will take place 2 days from now.
Would you please explain?
Escaping, Major. We've constructed a tunnel that begins under Barrack Hut 2 and ends on the other side of the wire. Of course, you couldn't possibly have known about that.
Major, we've been working on it for months. We could complete it in a couple of hours.
This is a stroke of luck. It'll make the mission that much easier. I'm sorry about your escape plans, but believe me, what we have to do is much more important.
It won't be easy to make the men understand that.
I know it won't be easy, Colonel. But we've got to do it. And for that, I'll need your collaboration.
It'll be like a cold shower for all of them. They've been dreaming about it for months.
Yes, sir, and working like a bunch of animals, night and day.
And to make matters worse, an attack on that house could bring down so many Germans onto this camp that any further escape would be made impossible.
Davenport, we're not here to make suppositions. The escape plan is to be considered postponed. And you can tell that to your men. I haven't been sent here to play games, but to carry out a mission that is so vital that it could possibly determine the outcome of the war. Any interference on your part will amount to helping the enemy. And where I come from, we call that treason. Do I make myself clear, Colonel?
Crystal clear.
Are you sure you haven't forgotten anything?
If I miss something, it's not important.
And this is the main entrance to the house?
Yeah, that's right. They march us right in through there every day.
What's this? A fence?
The one they had us build, Major.
I see. It'll be hard not to crack. Okay, that'll be all for now. And Sergeant, it'll be better if we're not seen too much together.
All right. Oh, Major, I almost forgot. The men are none too happy about this. And there's quite a few that don't see your point at all, sir. That bunch playing rugby's been talking about it all morning.
That's so? Did you tell them how important it is?
To them, escaping's important.
Thanks. I was hoping that once they get over the shock, they realize that this was more important. I'll wait and see what happens. I can't blame them for wanting to get out.
Okay, come on, come on, come on.
An infantile pastime. At your age. Children usually do that on the beach.
We played other games on the beach when I was a kid.
Which were?
We played war. The Americans against the Germans. And at the beginning, it usually looked as though the Germans were winning. Yeah, they came on real strong to begin with.
Why, only at the beginning. How did it finish?
As all war games end, the side that represented whoever lost in the history books lost the game, Captain.
You've gone crazy!
We're crazy, huh? Be happy. Come on.
Keep it close.
Look, haven't you fellas got even an ounce of intelligence in your heads? You blow the lid off everything.
Not if you let us use the tunnel, Major.
Wait a second.
Yeah, okay. No small island officer is gonna stop us escaping out of here. Get me, Major? You'd better make up your mind. What's it gonna be? We're getting out of here, Major, no matter what you say.
Stop it. You hear? Stop it. I'll give him the ball. And then let him out. Make it look like you're playing. Get going.
Oh, come on. Okay, let him out. Oh!
How do you feel? Just a little warm. I gotta get used to the German climate. Did you find 3 volunteers?
Sure. But I thought that after what's happened...
Nothing's happened. Just a friendly exchange of ideas between soldiers.
That is absurd. I am telling you it is not possible. Even if it disintegrated, you must find some trace of that damned airplane.
We have looked everywhere between here and Heidelberg, sir.
Look again, and find it, Krüger. It cannot have disappeared.
It's a big area, sir. To search it thoroughly will take more men.
Yes, I know, Krüger. Take all the men you need, but bring me news. Quickly. It's urgent.
Jawohl, Hauptmann.
Right, men. At Anzio, you were part of an assault group, so therefore it's pointless to explain or discuss how dangerous this will be. It won't be easy, but nothing in war is. Right, Colonel Davenport?
If you say so. Don't you know all the answers in this camp?
Colonel, the men have shown themselves to be very reasonable under the circumstances. I know you played a big part in convincing the men. I'm very grateful, sir.
That's absurd. There's no reason why you should be grateful. I don't deserve your thanks, Major. I haven't said or done anything. If the men have decided to put off their escape, they have their own reasons. But
Colonel, the way I see it, your attitude toward my mission has been strictly neutral. As senior officer here, you could have ordered these men not to volunteer, but you didn't. So thanks all the same, for not being either for or against it. Now let's get down to details. It's 2 hours before the weapons arrive. At exactly midnight, the men in Hut 7 will start raising hell. And they should keep the guards busy long enough for us to collect the drop. It's now 10:05. Right, gentlemen. You might as well take it easy. There's nothing we can do for at least an hour. Hut 7 should be going into action right now. Should be right above us. There it is.
Krieger. What is this about a riot?
This way, Hauptmann.
Very good. Very good indeed, Colonel. Hut 7 practically demolished. Many of your men battered and bleeding. And you have nothing to say. And that is not all. Yesterday, during distribution of rations, bruises were noticed on the faces of many of your men, including the newly arrived major. He had a fight.
As far as I'm concerned, I've always done my best. My job does not include controlling every single thing that happens.
Colonel, in our army, a senior officer doesn't need to. It's his authority, and only that, which maintains discipline over all of his men. Listen to me, Colonel. There are agitators amongst your men.
Agitators? I don't understand.
You understand perfectly. Well?
Colonel Maxwell Davenport, number 120...
465. I will hold you directly responsible for any disturbance that takes place in future.
I protest. You cannot hold me responsible. I'm no longer... What I mean is, if the situation gets out of hand, I have nothing else to add.
You may go now. I have not finished with this matter. Captain Koller of Lager 25 here. General Schellenberg, please. Guten Abend, Herr General. Nothing serious. I want to check up on a prisoner my men captured the other day. Pilot. Yes, sir. Oh, no. Just suspicious for the moment. The SS. Perhaps the intelligence service is enough for the moment. As you say, sir. If you think it's better, I'll hand him over to the SS. They'll come for him tomorrow at dawn. Very good, sir. Yes, sir. I'll leave that.
You want to smoke, sir?
Thanks.
They're a little scarce around here. I'll save it for later, Major.
The Colonel's got his problems, huh?
You must try and understand him. He's been here for 2 years, Major. He was captured in Benghazi, ambushed. His outfit didn't even have time to fire a shot.
Where is he now?
I guess in the hut.
Excuse me, Colonel. Sir?
Yes?
Private Stoker reporting, sir.
Well?
Just now I was cleaning Captain Kohler's window, sir, and I happened to overhear a telephone conversation.
Yes?
I speak German, sir. My father came from here. I think it was about the Major, sir. Well, Captain Kohler has sent for the SS to investigate one of the prisoners, sir. I'm pretty sure it's about the Major.
Major Higginson?
That's right, Colonel. Do you think I should tell him, sir?
Sorry, what did you just say?
I was saying, do you think I should warn the Major?
The Major?
Yes, sir.
No. Don't say anything to anybody. Is that quite clear? I'll tell him myself.
All right, I've called you here for a preliminary briefing. Now pay close attention. As you can see, the main part of the building is completely surrounded by barbed wire. The sentries are probably posted here and here. There's a guardhouse inside the wire about 20 yards east of the main block. How many men do you think there are?
I guess around 20.
Should be a snap, huh, Franconi?
That's what they said at Anzio.
I've prepared a map for you. I want every one of you to study it carefully. Even though it's not 100% accurate, memorize it.
When's 0 hour, Major?
We'll leave here tomorrow night if it's cloudy. The more cover we have, the easier it'll be. We'll move out at 2100 hours. And I figure we can be back here by dawn. No one should be the wiser.
If we do it, sir, the Germans will raise Cain all over. And we'll be safe inside their POW camp.
Yeah.
How about the weapons?
All still below in the tunnel, sir.
It's tomorrow then, sir?
Tomorrow? Or the night after?
But, sir, Colonel Davenport didn't inform you?
Inform me of what?
Well, sir, I overheard a telephone call by chance this afternoon. Outside Captain Kohler's office, he was talking to the SS. They're coming to get you tomorrow at dawn.
Why couldn't you have said this earlier?
Well, I thought the Colonel had, sir.
He said nothing. We'll have to move fast. And right away.
But it's almost midnight.
We've got 4 hours, Major.
We have no alternative. Get ready.
Stoker, are you sure of what you overheard?
I speak German fluently, Captain.
Open the tunnel.
Good luck, Major.
Thanks. Thanks, Captain. We'll need it. Well, I want you to know I appreciated your help. I'm sorry you couldn't come with us, Cabot. Say goodbye to Davenport.
I just came from hut number 2, sir. They moved out 10 minutes ago.
Who did?
Major Higginson and the others.
I'd say the Major made up his mind in a hurry, didn't he?
He had to, sir. It just so happens that he heard an hour ago the SS will arrive tomorrow morning.
Of course. Major Higginson could take that sort of decision without consulting anyone else.
on the path, Major.
Good, Sergeant. You lead the way. Lieutenant, bring up the rear. We've got about 3 hours. Let's go. Take us to the main block.
Yeah, it's across the road about a mile.
It'll be slower, but we'll stick to the woods. Hey, look out!
We could try circling around and get across the road further on.
We'll lose too much time.
Was ist nun schon wieder?
Scheiße, seit heute früh geht der Motor nicht mehr.
Das ist eine Scheiße.
Ach mein Gott, der Wagen ist wieder kaputt. Ja, was willst du denn, Mensch? Was? Aber der Motorwagen ist sehr, sehr guter Wagen. Aber ich schon das zweite Mal, dass er wieder kaputt geht. Mein Gott. Ah, wie lange wird es noch dauern, um das alles zu reparieren? Ach.
Come a little closer, you might. Let's move out. Come on.
Sure looks peaceful, Major.
Yeah, where are the guards? We've got to get back to the camp alive. And unwounded, if possible. Boyd, Porter, and myself will cover the sergeant and Craig while they set the charges. If anybody gets killed, we take his body along when we pull out. And hide it in the woods. They mustn't identify any of us. If the Germans find out that we came from the lager, that'd be it for everyone there. So it's vitally important. Let's go. Sergeant, cut the wire.
The guardhouse is over there. And to the right's the way into the main complex, Major.
All right, Franconi, you two lay the charges. We've got 2 hours. Set them to go off at 6 o'clock. You stay here. Porter, Stoker, let's go.
Geld zu bekommen.
Ja, ich glaube auch.
Follow me.
Ready? Charges.
Mankind would have benefited from my research. I hope that others will continue my work for peace, not war.
You two stay here and cover us.
The charges are all in place, sir.
Right, Sergeant. Let's go. Our job's finished here. Let's move out. Come on. Come on. Move it. There you go.
First floor window.
Cover me.
Hey, damn it, I'm stuck.
Come on, hurry up.
I've got to get back to my hut. It'll be dawn soon.
That way, Major. The roll call will be in 15 minutes. That doesn't leave us much time. Let's move out.
Na, endlich.
Wieso? Bin ich zu spät?
Für mich, ja, immer.
Still nothing. Be too late soon.
You may rest assured, Captain Collar, that if he's hiding something, if he has come here for some special purpose, he will tell us the truth.
I'm sure of it. I am well aware of your powers of persuasion.
Where is this, Major?
I'll point him out to you. We're going to hold a general roll call in about 10 minutes.
That's very interesting. Just tell me when to move in with my men.
You will hear the name Major Higginson called. He's an Air Force major. That is your man.
Laufen! Schnell! Los!
Damn guard. He's looking right this way.
It's only a few yards. In the open all the way.
They pick us off like rabbits.
Yeah, we'll have to move fast, or he'll spot us before we reach the tunnel. Turn around, you son of a bitch.
Let's hope it's not too late.
Bishop.
Present.
Archer. Present. Jensen.
Present.
Armitage.
Present.
Chanelli.
Present.
Newcomb.
Here.
Posey.
Okay.
Johnson.
I'm here.
Slabowski.
Present.
Viera.
Still here.
Landowski.
Present.
Still no
Hut
sign.
number 2
Too
all
late.
accounted for. Hut 3. Williamson.
Present.
Richardson.
They're waiting out there in the woods.
Yo.
If they are, they can't get into the tunnel.
Baumann.
There's that stretch of open ground across.
We've got to distract the attention of the sentries on the watchtowers.
Callahan.
But how? Now! Captain, I'm going to do something.
Leopold.
Now, when I move,
Landstein.
get the men to start a riot and create the maximum possible confusion.
What are you going to do, Colonel?
Still here.
Don't ask questions. I'm giving you an order.
Present.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Judge.
Present.
Hut 3 all accounted for. Hut 1. Williams.
Okay.
Carlson.
I'm here.
Driscoll.
Present.
Schimmel.
Hey.
Alexander.
Present.
Chenchevich.
Yeah.
Rebar.
Here.
Dolgin.
Uh-huh.
Sperling.
Present.
Radford.
That's right.
Orson.
Right here.
Here we are. You ready?
Go. Yeah.
Is he in that group?
Okay.
Yes.
Present. Present.
Rutherford.
Present.
Mazile.
Hey.
Hodgkinson.
Yo.
Gorski.
Yeah.
Culley.
Okay.
Sanders.
I'm here.
Fisher.
I'm here.
Sergeant Francone. Sergeant James Francone.
Hey! It's over! It's over! The war's over! We've done it! We've done it! We're all free! We're free! Get away!
Turn off the current.
line! Put your hands on your heads!
Zurück in die Reihe! Schnell! Los! Stellt euch in die Reihe! Überm Kopf!
Schnell, schnell! Schnell!
Ihr nüchtern?
What happened to Davenport?
He killed himself. Ran straight into the wire. He saved you, Major.
Sergeant James Francone.
Present.
Captain Cabot.
Present.
Pierce.
Present.
Cranston.
Yeah.
Walker.
Yeah.
All right, you may put your hands
Gingham.
down now.
Present.
Belton.
Down for.
It's all over for me, Captain.
What are you talking about, Major?
It won't take long for the SS to find out my real identity, unfortunately.
That's right.
Colonel Davenport
Right here.
sacrificed himself for his men.
It's me.
A real soldier.
Yo.
And I must confess that I misjudged him.
Larson.
Present, yeah.
White.
Present.
Porter.
Present.
Pollard.
Present.
Major Higginson.
Present.
Major Higginson, come here, please. Follow me. I must deprive myself of your company.
I appreciate your courtesy. But don't tell me you're sorry.
On the contrary, Higginson. Delighted. Auf Wiedersehen.
You know that's a lie, Captain. We won't be seeing each other again. Isn't that right? Heil Hitler.
Let's go, Major.
What is that explosion?
The war, Captain.